So I asked her, why would your dad throw you out of the car? Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well from wherever you are. My name is Helen and welcome to a new video. Now, if you're new here, this is how we do it. Karibu, karibu sana, which means welcome. Feel at home and kindly, if you enjoy this content, kindly consider subscribing. For my returning viewers, my people, thank you so much. I owe you so much. Can you imagine we have now crossed the 300 subscribers mark? For sure, we are at the road to 1K subbies. Thank you so much, guys, and I promise to continue giving you good content. So guys, today has been a roller coaster of a day, and in this video we are doing it a bit differently because I'm gonna call it a story time. I had a roller coaster of a day, to be honest, and we in the morning we achieved so much, and I thank God for the way the day turned out. Okay, I like starting my day with prayer, and when I was praying I told God, okay, that's my other side, I'm a Christian, yeah. So I told God, man, please let this day just go smoothly. There were some obstacles we were foreseeing, and for sure it's gone so well, and I thank God so much. Now, through the day, we went through some experience which I thought I could share with you. Because, man, for the first time in my life in Nairobi, you know, we are told that we should learn to mind our own business, or basically that's what happens. Nairobi is one place where you will be attacked, you'll be carjacked when people are watching, and the best they can do is film instead of helping you. Not okay, basically it's not Nairobi, I think in most places, because I don't know what happened to humanity, people. So people just maybe take a clip, share, post and share in their social media and all that. Today I want to be very raw and honest with you guys. So we had an incident. We were going for lunch. We were with my kids and my hubby, and we were going for lunch somewhere after. And along Mombasa Road, if you know Eka around there, we saw there was a car that was ahead of us, and it was a big car, a four-wheel. I don't want to mention it. So hapo mbele ya Eka there's this mall. The driver pulled over just before the entrance to the mall, got out of his car, and then came to the passenger's back seat, opened the door, and pulled a lady out. Then dragged her and left her on the ground, just right there on the ground. So we couldn't stop immediately because we were on the highway and would have obstructed traffic. Then this guy sped off, but we decided to pursue him. Then we caught up with him and asked him, hey, dude, what has happened? What's going on? Like, why have you done that? And who is this lady? You know what that guy just said? Like, zile za madharau. Huyo wachana na yeye, ni mwenda wazimu, anajiforce kwa gari yangu. And we're like, oh my goodness, what was that about? My hubby wanted to interrogate him some more, but the guy is paid off. And so we said, we have no business pursuing him. We don't know what has happened. So we decided now to go back and look, check out on this lady and find out. Okay, sometimes at this moment in time, you know, there are so many cases that go on between couples, individuals, and okay, sometimes as much as we are told to mind our own business, people, there's that humanity, because that lady didn't look well. So we just decided not to mind our business today for the first time, and we were like, let's just find out what's going on, because I don't know, I just felt it. So we went back, and then okay, we packed, and then we went back and checked out on the lady and found her sitting there. She was sobbing and she was so sad. So she was a middle, like around, she looked like she's in around her 20s, and the guy who had sped off looked like someone in his 50s going to 60s. So we confronted her and just politely asked her, hey, what's up? What's your name? What's going on? We saw what happened. Why have you been thrown out of a car by some guy? Now, what followed is, I think it's quite sad to say the least, because now the lady started opening up. She said, this guy is my dad. Ah, that I was like, wow. And so I asked her, why would your dad throw you out of the car? And she said, this is my dad. And I asked her why. She doesn't have a good explanation, but then she told me, this is my dad, but he's been brainwashed, so he's been neglecting me. He doesn't want to take me to hospital. So I asked her, how did you get here and where did you come from? She said she walked from, I think she says she's from Gong. She walked and then met the dad. So the story was not really adding up. But what made me sad, because now I didn't know what to do with her. First of all, oh sorry, I forgot to mention, we got her food because she looked really weak and hungry. We got her food, which she ate, and and a drink. And as she was eating that time, I started asking her those questions because we wanted to find out. These are okay. This is not a child. You cannot just pick them and take them maybe to a children's center or a police station. So I decided to find out where she's from, who we can contact, because she didn't look very well. She was looking very weak, but I think she had not. She looked as someone who hadn't eaten for some days. And with all that's been going on in the country. Oh, and actually, one of my daughters said, "Wow, could it be like a shakahola person? Because she looked like she had not eaten." I'm telling you, the drama that's been going on in Kenya and religion and all that stuff. Anyway, back to my story. So, I interrogated her some more, and I wanted to find out, other than your dad, now that you're saying your dad doesn't want you, who else can we contact to like come and pick you up, because you don't look so strong. Do you have siblings? I first asked her, where's your mom? She said, I don't have a mom. So I was like, oh, okay, sorry about that. Do you have any siblings around? Can you give me? She said, yes, I have my brother. And I asked her, who do you live with? Where do you stay? She said, I stay on Gong. I think she said race course. So that should be a long Gong road. Then she said, my brother is actually coming tomorrow. I've been staying alone, but he's coming tomorrow to stay with me. So I was curious and I told her, now, why don't we just call your brother and tell him to come and find you because you're stranded and you're here? So I asked her to give me her brother's number. Okay, sadly, she said that the brother didn't have a mobile number. That was a bit worrying because at this day and age, I don't know. And now I asked her, Kwani, where does your brother stay? This was the saddest bit. Do you know what she said? That sisi tumerudi juzi, in Swahili. Okay, let me just say it in our language, in Swahili. Sisi tumerudi juzi, like we just came back recently, and my brother is actually coming tomorrow. And comes up from where? Do you know she said my brother is coming from Binguni? Guys, Binguni literally means heaven. So how is the brother coming from heaven to stay with her? So I asked her, and are you sure there's no one else you can go to? When I started going deeper, something that really came out, sorry, sorry about that. Something that really came out of this whole thing is there's some sort of religion mix up. This girl looks so confused because she started saying things like, unajua baba yetu amekuwa brainwashed na mtu and he doesn't want anything to do with us, and now my brother is coming, and then from now wherever heaven, my goodness. And then so it's like there was some spiritual thing involved. She was confused, but then I asked her, because now at some point you don't know what to do anymore. She said, all I want is some to reach home, my home in Gong race course. So I asked her, if I facilitate that, will you be okay? She said fine. So, and for sure, okay, we did something and she was able to take a matatu from there. She actually knew the matatu. She said she'd take a matatu from there and then another one from Tao to Ngong. So she actually did that. But the long and short of it, after eating from wherever she was, she took even the security guards, because I was taking my kid also back to school. We were taking our child to school. We couldn't stay for long. After she was done, she said she knows her way around. Actually, the security guard told us she actually took a bus and they saw it because the security guard there at the mall. So I was happy. I was like, okay, at least, but because she says she'll sort herself when she gets home at Congress. Because after that whole incident, I had more, as much as she left, I had more questions than answers. It just hit me about, because the aspect of, from the deep conversation I had, you had the aspect of religion, brainwash. Yeah, let me just say it like it is kept coming out. I was like, oh my god. um, I'm a Christian, and there's so many things that have been happening in our country. You can see them on telly, the Shakahola incident, and all that, where someone can abandon everything and go give somebody who purports to be a man of God, quote unquote, and then this man of God is just lying to you that you fast, me, I'll not, I'm on the, like he's on the seats on the bench, and you're the one doing all the work because you want to go to. So why, if he's telling people to go to heaven, why doesn't he want to go to heaven? And so not only that, it boils down to so many aspects, because God is real, Christ is real, and if only, and the Bible is also real. That's my belief. And if only we can read the Bible for ourselves, guys, I mean, we wouldn't be lied to, because there's so many people out there who are out to mess Christianity and just take advantage of people who are vulnerable. It was said once by, is it Karl Marx, that religion is the opium of society? And you know why that happens is because people tend to misuse religion, because to touch the most vulnerable. Because if someone is in a deep situation, or he's in a bad situation, and you give them hope of like have a better life, they will definitely be willing to try out that option. So some of these so-called men of God are taking advantage of these vulnerable people who are not doing so well. And poverty is bad, guys, because this is what is driving people to this. So they take advantage and lie to them, so that now they are actually, they go so that they can get a better life, which even, and funny enough, they will give whatever they have, including the little that they can even borrow, kosa kukula, so that they can please the so-called man of God. Come on, guys, we need to style up. I think anyone watching this video, please, like my pastor always tells us, guys, I'm moving towards my Christianity perspective, because me, I know God is real. I know the Bible is real, and I'm a Christian, believing Christian. But one thing I would like to mention in all this, guys, let us read. I was saying, my pastor always tells us, let us read the Bible for ourselves. Like, even read it like a novel. Just read it for yourself. You don't need anyone to read the Bible for you. You can also pray for yourself, and God will definitely hear you. God is always here with us. Like, ako hapa na sisi. And me, even the way I practice my prayer sometimes, you can even just talk to God, like have a conversation when you're doing your thing, because God is always there and He's present. What am I saying? Let us not be brainwashed. Let us not be misled. Let us not be misled in the name of, like, someone is trying to show himself like a god, so that you worship him, or you treat him like a god, that he's the only way he's the only person who can take you to God. Imagine you yourself, I mean, God made you the way you are. You are his child, so you have a right. Just say you can talk to a parent, you can talk to God directly. Do not be misled. And I insist, let us read the Bible for ourselves to avoid those incidences. Man, they're so sad. Like seeing children, like someone is so brainwashed. You leave your work, you go with your kids, you let them fast by force. Imagine a child crying to you for food, but because you want to go to heaven, the heaven that your pastor does not want to go to, or your sorry to say pastor, I mean your man of God does not want to say to go to, and you are forcing a child to stay hungry. Like, that is just extreme. I mean, no, that is another, we've known this religion where people are lying to others, and they buy them they lie to them so that they can give money, and then people enrich themselves, and their congregation is suffering and all that, all that stuff. But this one has become extreme. So looking at that girl, I thought, actually, we discussed and we're like, could be she's talking about her parents, she being what, brainwashed. Could be she's from those two sects, those so-called religious sects, where she's been lied to by the so-called men of God they follow, and now her mind is so confused. So that maybe I'm not sure, but could be she confused that guy for her dad. But I don't know how that story came up, or I don't know the true gist of that story, because as me, I'm just saying or reporting from what I observed. But could be she confused people with her parents. I don't know. or whatever the case. Because the way it came out, man, someone has been misleading her. I just wish her love and light. Actually, it reminded her, but I God loves you. Even if you don't have pay, you feel like your dad rejected you, God loves you. And she was like, yes, I know that. So I just pray that wherever she is, she's okay. And guys, this was just I don't know. I just said to share this because it really touched me. Sometimes I was like, wow. Saa zingine I'm talking to my Kenyan people. Saa zingine we don't just we should not just record incidences and just show them off on social media. While in a situation you could have given a hand, done something small that would have helped somebody. So that was my story time. But otherwise, my day was very good, and I hope yours was okay. Other than that thing, and I just thought, let me just share it. So thank you so much, guys, and let us just have our humanity reactivated. Let us not be brainwashed by anybody in the name of Christianity, in the name of what. Read the Bible for yourself, so that even by the time someone is interpreting it for you, you already know what is in the Bible, because no one will come to lie to you if you know what is there. So read the Bible for yourself, pray on your own also. Don't just wait for somebody to do it for you. Sawa. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and thank you so much for always coming back to watch and to continue subscribing. May God bless you. I hope you enjoyed this story time. Bye.